no hoa kupa I ko alo a ka mahai na e ko leo kahi au na kamanaho lai lai la ai ane ia ka vai hone e ka ke aloha ai ane ia ka vai hone e ka ke aloha ka wiki uku puale hua ke hona imu
Hopi Brothers for you on this Aloha Friday. How's it, everybody? Happy weekend! We get started coming up in a couple of moments. Na hoa!
Vale oe e kuutita tita o te au moe lakia Honi ana o e se pili pupupori mahi e I honei E poli pume hanano E poli pume hana ke a kino E kino paru paru no lakia It is my always sunny valley, nani hai vale ai, oh mali hey oh no.
I love to let Hawaii news now.
It is my always sunny valley, nani hai vale ai. Oh, Mali, hey, oh, no. Oh, Mali, hey, ka, hui, koni, la, ia. Mai pula, lia, kuoela, ena nea mai ho ika. A oia I puana nei.
More years.
Mali e ka hui, koni, la, ia. Mai pula, lia, kuoela, ena nea mai ho ika. A oia I puana nei. A oia e puana ke a mele, o te tauki au moe la ia. Honi ana ho e se sunny mari e manene mai ho I kau. E nane a puka hua. Haoia e puana ke a mele, o te tauki au moe la ia. Honi ana ho e se sunny mari e manene mai ho I kau.
Aloha e Hawaii. We identify as vaccinated.
You should too.
Happy Aloha Friday! It's a party of two here in the studio. It's me and Jaslyn. Usually Jaslyn is on the road and she's moderating, but she is in studio today. Guy and Tracy are on assignment, so they are watching from afar here on this Aloha Friday. Okay, so it's been busy. And it's been a flurry of activity, and so has been preparing for today's show. So there will be a few bumps in the road. I'm almost sure of it, but that's okay. We'll get through it together. We have coming up on the show Elizabeth Sneed, Curvy Surfer Girl. And she is making, how shall we put this? She is spreading the... She's an entrepreneur, businesswoman. She's got a message, and it has to do with people accepting who they are, no matter their size, shape, and it has to do also intertwined with surfing. That's the best way to put that. So she's coming up here on the show, coming up today. We do not have any guests today on the show because I know that there's been some requests. As a matter of fact, we had a phone call out to Kavika Trask. So, but we were not able to connect in time. But so Kavika, just know that I'm calling you here during the weekend to be on next week's show. So just to let you know. Carly Malls is here. Yay! Hi, Carly. And there's a whole bunch of people here. Jole and Joseph Gonzalez from Texas. Hope that you are doing better because, boy, has this last week been tough on you guys. And we send out our love and aloha to you. John is always in Guam. Raynette is always in Eva Beach. There are already questions on the show, so we'll get to some of those in a bit. Lori, thank you very much. Nice to have you here. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Boy, I was watching, Florida's about to, they're getting a storm, and it's kind of went like this, and I was like, okay, if it goes a little bit more to the north and maybe to the west, that's not good because that's Atlanta, and I know you're there. So just know that whenever there's storms in the area, I'm always watching out. So, but I know you're watching too, and I know you're watching today, so thanks for being on the show. Laura, hi. Sunny, San Diego. What's the temperature over there? Let me know. Chakalaka, thank you so much for being here. Lori is in Las Vegas. Kevin, Orlando, Florida. You're getting some storm weather. And our fingers crossed that you will have blue skies and hopefully not too much from this because it's just like it's starting already with the hurricanes. And they're saying it's going to be a quieter Pacific, but a busier Atlantic. And we sure don't hope that for you. Hi, how am I doing on this beautiful day? Okay, it's been kind of crazy. This week has been, it was only a 3-day work week, but it's been seeming like it's been a 6-day work week. Oh, I know why, because the weekend before, last weekend, I was down at the Hawaii Convention Center for a 16-hour day and a 12-hour day, but it was fun. I had to do MC for the championship matches on Championship Court 1 for volleyball all day long. Rich Perez, how you, bro? Vegas, nice. I will get there. Don't know when that's going to be. Aloha Vai 1, thank you so much. Really great to see you. Steve Dulce, Steve, nice to see you. Mr. Dulce, the Rack Pack. I was down Waikiki Beach, so I got to see Steve. And, of course, the big waves were down there with the high surf warning this past week. But got a chance to talk to Steve. And, Steve, thanks for being here on the show. Debbie Bruce is also here. And Tev Harper. And we'll hold on that. And we'll get to more people that are in the rooms coming up in just a little bit. In the meantime, just a reminder, if you are on the Facebook side, hit the like button and subscribe. No, subscribe on the YouTube side. And then hit the share button on the Facebook page. My mind is in left field in the wrong ballpark today, but that's okay. Hey, the questions. If you got a question, make sure that you put 2 question marks before the question so that way we see it easier. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead. I know that I saw questions because it was sometimes it's so fast that it scrolls by real quick. What's going on with the rail? Ladies and gentlemen, our first question of the day comes from Lori. Lori, the mayor of the city and county of Honolulu, Rick Blangiardi, says we have enough money to take us from point A out in Neva all the way up to Kaka'ako, not all the way to the Ala Moana Center, just because we don't have enough money. That's the bottom line of it. There are some other things that are going on. You can read about that online, but right now, that's where the stopping point is, short of Ala Moana, but not far. So it'll still get you into town. But anyway, so hopefully that answers your question. And are you going to give us all the scoop on Magnum PI? Carl, you know what? We will fit that in today because that is kind of more of the late breaking news that we had this morning on Hawaii News. Okay, I'm hoping it's going to show. It may not. Let's go ahead and see. You know what? There we go. No. That's not what we wanted to show. And I'm thinking that's not going to be it either. Waikiki. Boy, is our camera not working? I guess not. Okay. And I'm not sure that there's anything I can do at the moment to fix that, because I think that's... Okay, we'll see if we can bring you Waikiki in a little bit. That connection is not working over here to our area. So let's go with headline news. That it's a blue sky day, and we are expecting 5 to 15 mile per hour winds. That's going to be today, Saturday, and Sunday here in Honolulu. Daytime high is going to be about 85 degrees, but in some places like Maui, it will feel like 88, 89. That's the forecast. Some clear, nice nights. The trade winds aren't back until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. How come I can rattle off the weather like that? Because I had to work for Guy Hoggy this morning. We'll get to Guy Hoggy coming up in just a little bit. So let's get to some headline news for you. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about events that are coming up here. And first of all, Kona Nui Nights is back. So that's going to be Jerry Santos and Dr. Kamuela Kimokeo. And they're going to be over there. That's going to be Victoria Ward Park, June 8th, starting at 6 p.m. And it's free. So go ahead and check that out. Once again, that's a nice area to be at. And of course, Jerry Santos, I got a chance to hear him. Where did we hear him? I know, because we were watching Facebook Live and we saw him on. So I was like, okay, yay. But can't wait to see Jerry in person. Going to be Henry Kapono's concert. We'll talk about Henry Kapono coming up in just a couple of moments. Want to say hi to these guys. Hokuzurmeister. Let's see. That would be Moon Kokahi next. That would be Glenn Smith, Horace Dudois. So if you put them all together, they're called Makena Ku, and they're going to be performing down in Waikiki. That's going to be at Kanikapila Grill, 6 p.m. You can go ahead and check them out. Saturday. Wait a minute. That's tomorrow. Oh, this is in the wrong area. This should be in weekend events. That's okay. They're here, and there they are up on your screen. Awesome to see them. Hello to Anuhea, Hawaii recording artist. Been watching her social media pages. She's another one of the guests that I want to invite in because she's been very vocal about sometimes anxiety. Even though, when you step onto the stage, it seems like you're so just bold and out there. But sometimes there are things that you deal with. And so she's been very vocal, and there have been people that have been reaching out to her as well. So talented. And her and Kimie Miners are like besties. Anyway, she's had cameos in Hawaii Five-0. She's been a Huggies Hawaiian diaper commercial. And there's this acting thing that's been here in the back of her mind while she's been recording and playing music. Well, things have been tugging at her, those acting strings. So she got a call. Somebody says, hey, you like audition for this stuff? And she says, okay. And she got a part in, she's going to be playing a celebrity host for a cooking competition in an upcoming movie. So it's not she's going to be the host. She's going to be actually in a movie that's going to be filmed. There's not much information about that, and of course, usually, as usual, they keep it pretty tight-lipped when they're in production. So congratulations to her. Hope to see her on the small screen or big screen or any screen coming up soon. Actually, I hope to see her more in person. Got to say hello to BTS. They were over at the White House as we are into getting near the end of AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islander Month. They were there at the White House to address issues as well. So just there's been so much, how do we put it? People have been talking about them so much that we had to mention. Not only that, but also Tracy is a diehard BTS fan. She went to their concert in California. So a little BTS news thrown into there as well. Henry Kapono, Home in the Islands, is coming up in concert. And see that guitar that's in the middle there? It's got the two necks. That belongs to Roland, the late Roland Casimiro, brother of Kumuhula Robert Casimiro. And he was amazing at playing that. Henry will be playing that instrument as he accompanies Robert Casimiro on stage during his concert. So that's an Anahola 12-string double neck guitar. And so that's amazing. That's going to be June 18th. Do you have your tickets yet? By the way, while we're talking about Henry Kapono, it was on this day years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but it was proclaimed Henry Kapono Day. And he thought, oh, that's just a one-time thing. But no, brah, this is your day. So coming up, your day is also going to be at the Home in the Islands concert. Once again, June 18th, Tom Moffat, Waikiki Shell. Tickets are available now. Go to henrykapono.com and we'll see you there. I have been honored to be asked as to be one of several MCs on the night, and I'm joined by the likes of Meleapana, Kimo Kahawano, and from Talk Story, McKenna Maduli. So that's going to be awesome. We'll all be there. Hope you get to join us. Brand new music. We are placing a call out to Kalai Kamarula because I want him on the show here too. Prince Waikiki Hotel, June 11th, which, by the way, is King Kamehameha Day. Child of these islands, he will be having his EP release party. So go ahead, head on out there. Free event. Seating is first come, first serve. There's only so many seats. But you get to go ahead and check him out, and that is going to be poolside. So that will be awesome. Well, we're talking about checking out groups. The Green. Are you anywhere near San Diego, California? They're going to be at the Beach House, July 29th. We've gotten that word. Mahalo to The Green for letting us know as well. Thunderstorm Artiste, look at this. Him and his wife, they're a couple of weeks away from having a new addition to the family. And so he posted this. So we just wanted to say congratulations to the family and wonderful pictures that we see. Speaking of wonderful pictures, we are countdown mode to University of Hawaii Athletics. Yeah, Brotherhood. And they put this out on the beach. It says, we know you're enjoying the summer, and so are we, but we can't wait to see you in the fall. Go ahead and follow them on social media. I stumbled across this and I didn't realize, YouTube Music, and they put out their music charts and insights for different areas. So this is for the last 28 days for the area of Honolulu. Look at that. I'm going to bring this, see if I zoom into that. I think I can. There we go. Look at that. Maoli is at the top of the list, above BTS, which is actually awesome. Kendrick Lamar, Fiji's on there. Not surprised by that. Also on there, The Green. There you go. They're going to be in San Diego. Drake, Bruno Mars, Doja Cat, The Weeknd, Future. That's some pretty good company over there. Maoli at the top of the list with, in the last 28 days, 342,000 views of his music video. That is awesome. But not surprised because brother, Glenna Wong is talented. Guy Hoggy, this is a picture with his wife, and of course Sam Choi. This is last weekend. They were at the Poke Festival on the island of Kauai. Guy is on assignment. He is over as the MC for the triathlon that is happening on Hawaii Island. That is happening tomorrow. So Guy, go get him, brah, sunscreen, and then reapply. Want to talk to and get you an update. Coming up in just a couple of moments, Elizabeth Sneed. We're going to be talking story with her. But first of all, Hokulea is on its way home. They have left Tahiti. They're headed up towards Hawaii. It's going to take them a little while to get here. But we have the latest update from them. And this was posted up 20 hours ago from the canoe.
Aloha mai kākou o wau o hanani hi'ilani kane e hele mākou I ke ala I kahiki ma ka wa'a o Hiki ana Lia. Aloha, I'm Haunani. I'm one of your navigators here on Hiki ana Lia. This is a really special sail. We are sailing with Anakala Bruce, and he is teaching us how to navigate. He's created a school here on the Wa'a where our two main goals are to learn the star compass as well as how to orient the canoe to the star compass. We've been steering off of a number of stars and planets throughout the night. In the early evening, we had Manaya Kalani or Scorpio rising and Hokupa or Leo setting. In the middle of the night, we start to see our planets starting to rise. So that watch was steering off of Saturn as well as the navigator's triangle. And then early in the morning, if you wake up before sunrise, you'll see a whole line of planets starting to rise in the east. So you'll see Mars and Jupiter close together, followed by Venus, and then the sun. Last night we had really good weather, really good wind. We were boosting, making about 7 to 8 knots along our course line. And then just before sunrise, as the planet started to rise, the wind started to subside, and right now we're making about 4.5 knots or so. I wanted to just give a big mahalo nui to the ohana from Tautita in Tahiti, as well as the ohana in Rangiroa, and all of our ohana back home. Especially big hugs to Kekama, Kaimana, and Ka'ulili. Ahui ho!
Okay, mahalo once again. Navigator on board Hiki ana Lia as they make their way. Of course, Hokulea is also out there in the waters, but they haven't posted up their update. That is from Hiki ana Lia. And of course, a sister is on board Hiki ana Lia as navigator. Awesome. Hey, let's give you an update. There was a question about... let me see here. Hang on for a second. Let me go back. There was a question about Magnum PI. When Magnum PI surprised everybody, including me. I mean, complete, utter surprise. It was like jaw dropped. Like, what? Magnum PI canceled, or it's going to be done at the end of season 4? That was just out of nowhere. It just seemed odd. And they were getting some great numbers. You know, it's like 7.5 million viewers each week. But then we heard through Deadline, through the publication, they're online, and they follow this kind of thing. CBS Television in negotiation with Universal Studios. Universal Studios produces the show that airs on CBS. Universal charges a fee, saying, you know, we're doing all of this work, so you have to pay us in order to have this show. Most of CBS's shows are done in-house in CBS, so they don't have to pay the extra fee because they're doing the work themselves. But, you know, back in the day, it was a CBS show. So talks broke down and ended. So they announced that Magnum PI will no longer be on Friday nights. However, and I said this on Hawaii News Now that morning, I says, well, interesting, because Universal is an NBC company. So what if it was to go on another network or another streaming service somewhere else? Sure enough, there are now rumors, there is noise that we are hearing that possibly NBC would pick this up, and then USA Network, I think it is, would do the reruns. You know, they would start like from the first season, and the new shows would be from, you know, season 5 or season 1. But there's a whole bunch of questions. Will they pick up where they left off? Will there be any changes? So there's a lot of things in the mix here. And nobody's available to confirm anything. NBC won't confirm anything. Universal won't confirm anything. And CBS is just like, we're done. So we'll see. So if you are a Magnum PI fan, believe me, when you are joined by millions of people who are hopeful that Magnum PI will continue on. I know. Alcian, I know it's late for you. Thanks for being here on the show. Yeah, Debbie, that was pretty shocking. Henry Capono on the show. On Magnum PI? Oh, no, you mean my show. Yes, we're working on that too. The week before, we're working on that. And yes, Lori, that would be amazing if NBC did pick it up. So, and the great thing about it is that if NBC does pick it up, it's still on Hawaii News now. Yay! Okay. Which means that hopefully they will do Sunset on the Beach, which means that, yeah, and a whole bunch of other things are possible. Okay, there you go. Headline.
Aloha e Hawaii. We identify as vaccinated.
You should too.
Well, Hawaii is such a important role in all of this journey.
We're talking about the journey of a young lady,
a young
and
woman who is
talking about
making
a positive experience for women that are wanting to go out into the waves, into the ocean. And that just puts it lightly. There's a lot more to it than that. Curvy Surfer Girl is a passion. It is a campaign. It's a way of saying, I love who I am, what I am. I'm happy with it, and you should be too. I asked her how long she has been, as she puts it, a plus-size girl.
You know, I started gaining weight when I was in college. I have a pretty severe autoimmune condition, and that was when it first started. I went from like a lean 125, 135, being an athlete my whole life, to very quickly jumping about 80 pounds and breaking the 200-pound barrier while I was in college, and just struggled to really ever come back down to that smaller size. So it's been a while.
Did that have any kind of emotional effect, or how did that play out with your surroundings, your environment, your friends, people who weren't your friends?
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, people definitely treat you different after you gain weight. Your family treats you different. I mean, everyone's trying to encourage you to lose weight and eat healthy and adopt all of these various recommendations. It was hard also because being an athlete my entire life, like starting in middle school, I was a 4-sport athlete. And then into college, I was also a martial artist. So once I gained all this weight, it was really hard on me psychologically to identify as an athlete because athletes didn't look like me. And it was something that I struggled with really up until recently when I started following the body positive movement. And I was able to start shifting my perspective about what it means to be in a bigger body, but still be able to do extraordinary things.
I like the way that sounds. So where did Curvy Surfer Girl come into play?
So when I moved here, I immediately took up surf lessons with a local surf school, Ohana Surf Project.
Nice.
And my surf instructor, Chelsea, was the one who really changed a lot of my perspective on all of this. Because I started surfing at my heaviest. I was over 210 pounds at 5 feet tall, so very curvy. I was about a size 18. And there was a lot of thoughts that were very intrusive, like, you know, maybe the reason why you're not picking it up like everyone else is because you're too heavy or you're too fat or you're not strong enough to do this. This is a very hard sport. So you have all of these really negative inner dialogues, and my surf instructor was the one who helped me overcome a lot of that. And it took years, but I did eventually learn how to surf. And I had still been struggling with this identity component, though, about, you know, a plus size person isn't necessarily an athlete in my own mind, because we just didn't see that. And so after 3 years of surfing, I finally was like, wait, you know, with the help of my good friends, my coach, I was like, you know what, maybe instead of me constantly trying to lose weight to look like a quote unquote athlete, I can just accept myself the way I am as one, and then show other people that maybe feel similar ways, like we can do this together. And I started the Curvy Surfer Girl movement to build community around this topic and include more people in it.
Now, if you were watching Hawaii News Now Sunrise last week, you saw that she got to be on the Kelly Clarkson show.
I know a lot of people dread this time of year because, well, it means putting on a swimsuit, or even worse, a wetsuit, which is the worst thing in the world to put on if you've ever done it. It spanks from hell. Well, now there's an organization that's helping encourage wetsuits for all body types. I welcome this. But even more than that, they're promoting body positivity among female surfers, and we can all use that message. And on the line right now to talk about it is the founder of Curvy Surfer Girl, Elizabeth. She watches on Hawaii News Now. What's up, Elizabeth?
Aloha, y'all. Aloha, Kelly.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you so much for having me.
So they got to talk about Curvy Surfer Girl and what Elizabeth is doing and empowering people with her message. Great to see her on national television talking about her passion of the last 5 years. I asked her what happened since the interview.
So afterwards, I mean, obviously a big celebration because the Curvy Surfer Girl and body positivity is just getting more national attention. And I just feel like the more women that actually get to see this movement, the more that people can accept themselves. And that's really my goal. Anytime I do any media is just to get the message out to women that you're beautiful just the way you are. We don't have to wait to lose weight to do things that bring us joy and passion in our lives. So that's what gets me the most excited anytime I'm on a media station, because it just means one more woman gets to see that and join us in celebrating who they are.
Okay, so if somebody wants more information, how do they find you?
I am on social media all the time. So if you're a TikToker, you can follow Curvy Surfer Girl on TikTok. And if you're on Instagram, of course, Curvy Surfer Girl on there too. And I do my best to respond to all my DMs and messages, so I'm very accessible. And I'm also doing an event this Saturday to celebrate the 2-year movement. So if you want to meet me at Publix, you can come surf with us and me and all the other Curvy Surfer Girls.
Is there a next goal that you're looking towards?
Well, I'm looking forward to doing a press tour in New York coming up. I've never been to New York, so I'm really excited about that. And then the Curvy Surfer Girl movement just became sponsored by Jolene, and we're going to be doing one of the most size-inclusive performance lines to date for like women in water sports, whether it's surfing or other activities. And that is something I am really excited about. And I don't know if you know this, Billy, but like women's wetsuits stop at a size 14, and we're actually going to be developing some of the first plus-size wetsuits in the world.
Really?
Really.
Get out.
Yes.
Sis, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally, with Curvy Surfer Girl, being that I'm from Hawaii and she now calls Hawaii home, I wanted to see where she is as far as, you know, Hawaii, how Hawaii plays into what she's doing. I definitely had a smile to my face to see that she's gotten involved with hula. She was pounding pa'iai over at the Hawaii Capitol building when it was being done there to raise Hawaii awareness to the state legislature. So I kind of wanted to hear her thoughts because, you know, as she starts doing more interviews, the first thing that's going to be out of the interviewer's mouth is going to be, so, you're from Hawaii.
Well, Hawaii is such a important role in all of this journey. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be who I am today without living here for as long as I have. I've been here 5 years this year, and having access to the ocean, having access to the culture, the aloha spirit, like people being, I believe really and truly, while I talk a lot about the challenges of being in a plus size body, I feel like in Hawaii, it's definitely more acceptable, like because everybody surfs here. So it's been something that's really been embraced by the community here locally. And I think that that is what's allowing it to radiate out into the world. It's that origin of aloha here that we can really show, like the rest of the world can join us in being diverse and accepting, you know, different people into the surfing community. And I always think about, you know, the people who came before me, the, you know, Duke Kahanamoku's, the Princess Kaiulani's, you know, who really helped revitalize surfing. And it's just such an incredible legacy to continue to build on and be part of as a whole in the Hawaiian Islands.
Okay, so, you know, I also want to mention that, you know, Sister was out there. I've been watching her and the things that she's been doing since she's moved here. She's gone and danced hula, kahiko hula. She's gone and pounded Pa'iai out at the state capitol when they were doing that to raise awareness for Native Hawaiian issues at the state legislature. So all these different kinds of things, which is absolutely awesome. So go follow her if you get a chance. Mahalo to Elizabeth Sneed for being on the show. As a matter of fact, they are out there. Can we get a time check here? Okay, so yeah, so they're out there right now at Publix down. They were gathering just as our show got on the air today, and so they are going to go and jump out into the waves, and they put out that word this morning. Real quickly here, let's go over to the gallery. Hi, cousin, how are you? Nice to have you here. Nice to see you. Say hi to family for me, please. Melia's over at Port Orchard, Washington. Thank you for that. James, yeah, we're looking to fix that. Something somewhere says Christmas Eve on the stuff, and we will find that. Thank you so much, Garrett. By the way, James, miss you, bro. Jamin Wong, member of the group Hawaii Kane, also here, which... There you go, Jenny, that's for you, because I know you remember the boys, and I know that you know them. So there you go. Jamin, good to have you on the show, bro. Rich Perez, how are you? Amy, thank you so much. I was looking for you last week, Amy. Maybe I missed the name in the comments, but nice to have you on from Koloa, Kauai. From Arizona, Cy and Jason, hi, you guys. And, of course, Tracy is watching us somewhere on the island of Oahu. There you go. Let's go ahead and get some weekend entertainment news. Okay, his throat working? I think so. You know what? Actually, we're all friends here, so it doesn't matter if I go drink anything, right? Oh, that helped. Okay, there we go. So while you watch the ocean, let's go ahead and give you an idea of what's coming up this weekend. Kumukuhua Theater. It's a live theater performance, Blue. That starts at 6:30 p.m. tonight. Summer Nights at Salt at our Kakako. Yoza and the City Boys are there starting at 6 p.m. this evening. Salt at Kaka'ako. Michael Delara is over at Leahi Bar and Grill. So if you want to check him out, that he is there 6 p.m. tomorrow night. This is on Saturday. Jonathan Brooke is over at Medici Supper Club. Stanley Jordan plays Jimi Hendrix Sunday at Blue Note Hawaii. That's going to be 2 shows, 6:30 and 9. And over at the Tom Moffat Waikiki Shell, Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, The Planets. And I know that they were also doing, I don't know if I missed it, Rolling Stones. Go to their website for more information and just search for Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. Let me go back to the comments here just in case I missed anything, because I know it was scrolling all of a sudden. I know. You love this view too, yeah? Once again, it's going to be nice weather today, and as we get into the summertime, there are going to be events. It's like, everybody's scrambling to go do something just because they've missed being out and missed being around people. However, we should also do this too, since we're mentioning that. The numbers are going up as far as COVID is concerned. Hospitalizations are stabilized, but the amount of people from our medical personnel, a lot of them have been calling in, so we're watching all of these numbers. So if you're out in the outdoors, enjoy, but just keep that mask inside of your pocket, because something will tell you in the back of the head, maybe this is a place where you put the mask on. Just saying. Kaveh Q, how are you? Nice to have you. Virginia, you're no longer in the South Pacific or in Thailand? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Okay, sorry. Dumfries, Virginia. Kaveh Q. Got you. Bill Sims, thank you for being on the show, bro. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Okay. I think that does it for most of the show today. We have our music video of the week, and we are changing categories here, so I should probably tell you about that. The Nahoku Hanohano Awards have been announced, and so that is coming up for you. As a matter of fact, I should actually just tell you what the date is, which means I'm going to... July 20th? Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. So July 20th is going to be the date of the Nahoku Hanohano Awards. It's going to be at the Sheraton Waikiki Hotel's Hawaii Ballroom. It will be in person. Tickets have not gone on sale yet. They'll sell it to the Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts first, the members, and then, of course, they'll release it to the general public. But it is Hawaii's biggest music night. And after having 2 years of it being virtual, a lot of the musician community wants to be able to gather and see each other and to enjoy each other's music. So we will keep you up to date as we get more details on that. So final ballot voting is POW, and the date has been set. And then so we're just waiting and got to make sure, Hawaii people, go get your tuxedos and your clothing early. Because, sometimes if you want to dress up to the 10s or 12s, you got to go get the clothes from somewhere else. Or better yet, support our local fashion people who are just amazing with the stuff that they're coming out with. Okay, now that we've talked about the Nahoku Hanohano Awards, we shared with you in the last 4 weeks the final ballot nominees for Hawaiian Music Video of the Year. And the final ballot nominees are, I'll just tell them to you. Kalani Pe'a has 3 songs that are in this category. And they are A'ahu Poliahu, Kaniakapupu, and Kaukape'a. Then there's also Kamale Kava'a, who has the song Sweet Dreams Ku'umomi, and Josh Tatofi with Vena. Those are the music videos for that category. We're now going to share with you in the next 5 weeks, because I think we've got time before the Hoku Awards. I think we might just make it.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, so it's good that we're starting and we just do them one at a time. So we're going to start, and these are in alphabetical order. So the first one from the category Music Video of the Year, we're going to feature this for you. You know what? And we can go ahead and darken the screen. And it's like turning off the lights before you turn on the theater and have that go the projectors. Coming Home, The Green. Mala mo pono aloha ahui ho. Enjoy your week. Mahalo for watching Billy V Live.
Song about being away from home, away from family. Song entitled Coming Home. Goes like this.
Daddy, why are you leaving and going away from home again? See you on the phone for months alone, every night and every morning. Don't go away, stay here with me. Don't go, I'll miss you every day. 'Cause baby, our love's not lost when you're missing me the most. Never gonna let you down, and before you know, I'll be coming home. Oh, I'll be coming home. But daddy, I don't wanna hear it. And try and cheer me up with all that baby love. Now that ain't working no more. Who's gonna bring me the joy that you bring me? Oh, every night and every morning. Don't go, stay here, I'll miss you every morning. Don't go, I'll miss you every day. 'Cause baby, our love's not lost when you're missing me the most. Never gonna let you down, and before you know, I'll be coming home. Oh, I'll be coming home. So if you are leaving, ike akua pumakahua kai. Nui ku aloha ia oe, I ka po a me ke ao. 'Cause baby, our love's not lost when you're missing me the most. Never gonna let